great presentations and for joining us here tonight. I'm just going to give you a quick other piece of GFC history. As some of you may know, you can't legally collect money in a mass way for charity unless you're formally established as a nonprofit charity. And back in 2004, as we were picking up momentum and we knew that this whole fundraising could be a really big thing with Joshua's Vans, we had to decide as a GFC team if we were going to take that daunting next step or stop what we were doing completely. And we asked Jack and Lindy Grogan for their support. And when they heard that we wanted to collect money for Josh's charity, and that, by the way, didn't quite exist yet, and that we wanted to sell buttons and magnets and bumper stickers with Josh's photo on them, and have auctions and raffles, and at fan gatherings, and raise money online, and sell portraits that people made and quilts. They could easily have felt, you know what, this is too big of a risk to let us do that. Too many things could go wrong. And had they said no, none of us would be here today because we would have had to stop everything, really. It was only with their support that we could continue to go forward and establish Grobenites for Charity as a nonprofit charity and continue the fundraising that we are doing today. So I think I speak, thank you. I think I speak for everyone in this room when I say very simply, thank you, Jack and Lindy Rubin, for trusting us and for allowing us to continue to do what we're doing. And Lindy, thank you for being our GFC board member and guiding light as we continue to do this work with all the fans. I'd now like to introduce Lindy Rubin, Josh's mother, and the Vice President of the Find Your Light Foundation.
Thank you so much. I just got my hurt from Larry. This is just such a special evening for me. Oh, whoops. I'm not used to this, obviously. Such a special evening. It means so much to me. You are to me like family. You have given me so much joy. I wish I could be as extemporaneous as my son, but I have so much I want to say, and so I'm going to read some of it because I want to make sure I get it all in. So bear with me, please. As Val has said, it's just been the most incredible journey. And so many of the people that I've seen in this room tonight have been with us for many, many years. But it all started at this lunch with Julie and Val and Jack in downtown LA, and who came to us with this wonderful idea of how about using the fans as a philanthropic arm. And you know, it went from there, and I think that, you know, for a while we would ask fans to donate to their favorite charity instead of sending us gifts. And it just came at a good time, and as the wonderful fans you were from the very beginning, when we asked you to do that, you gave a lot, you gave big time. You even then gave big bucks. You gave $75,000 to David Foster's foundation. And he began to say, gee, I love getting the $75,000, but I think you ought to start thinking about your own foundation. So all of this sort of came together at the same time. But I saw in Val and Julie, Val talks about trust. There was something at that lunch with the two of you. And I never looked back. I knew we were kindred spirits. I knew that we shared the same belief that we could combine the amazing energy for good in Josh's fans with the power and the reach of the internet. And I think we've proven that. I'm just so proud. We've proven how we can use the internet in such a good and remarkable way. You have far exceeded my expectation. I can't even believe that I'm standing here tonight with $1 million raised. I mean, it just sounds so good, doesn't it, to say $1 million? together to help others. A community, and I know you all feel a sense of community. I've heard tonight how many friendships have been formed, long-term friendships. Some of you are only meeting your friend for the first time tonight, and you've been internet friends, but you're meeting them tonight. And a bond has been formed. And I'm just so proud of all of you, so many working so hard, giving of their time, their energy, contributing in so many different ways, you know, for paying postage on things so it wouldn't come out of the foundation, for opening your homes to listening parties, or for collection for Toys for Tots. Some of you, and I met one of the artists here tonight, contributing amazing works of art, some extraordinary pieces of art, in fact, that we could auction off. I carry you all in my heart. Josh and our whole family are filled with gratitude for your efforts. In looking back at all the organizations that we have supported all over the world, always helping children in need. We have helped build a health center in Sri Lanka. We have helped Siawela with the playground, a new kitchen, changing their facilities. We've helped girls across the other side of the world get an education. We have had beanies for preemies, which I've already alluded to, pillowcases for children's and Shriners hospitals. We've helped young people from South Central achieve their dreams, and we've provided toys at Christmas for Toys for Tots. You have always been there for us. Our appreciation knows no bounds. There are so many wonderful pieces to this puzzle. I would first like to acknowledge the amazing GFC board. I wish everybody would stand right now and we can just give you a round of applause. They have been wonderful guides for all of us. From the very beginning, we knew that we were entering new territory. There was no roadmap for what we started to do. We were not always sure where we were going at the beginning. What all of you have done is a small miracle. And you know that we are not tapping into the large corporate world here. We don't, at the moment, have thousands of dollars coming in from individual and corporate sponsors. Not to say that I don't hope that one day we will, but none of what I described, and none of what we have been able to do for others would have been possible without the fans and without your help. You've made all of this happen. You can be so proud of yourselves, and we think of all the different people we've reached. It's just extraordinary. All the good, all the help given to children around the world, all the love, the community, the friendships made, the thousands of children's smiles. None of this would have happened had you not shared the dream with us, your dream with us. At first, you may have been touched by Josh's music or his voice, but this turned into something more. This took a feeling of inspiration and transformed it into giving back. That was a huge accomplishment and a huge leap from loving what an artist does and translating that into making real change. I like to think that you have set a standard for all other fans for the future. Bear with me one more moment. I so want to share some of our plans for the future. As you all know, the Josh Groban Foundation is now Find Your Light. How did that happen? Well, it is something that Josh has been thinking about for a long time. And I think it crystallized for him a couple of years ago when he was invited by the Americans for the Arts, which is the largest advocacy group for arts education in the United States. And he was asked to speak in front of a congressional subcommittee on behalf of the National Endowment for the Arts. It was a life-changing experience for him. It was as though his personal experience, his experiences growing up, which I hope one day he will share with you, his academic experience, and his passion for giving back had fused together, and his philanthropic purpose became clear. He always knew the importance of an arts education, and of course he knew how the arts always had to fight for funding and was an easy target. But as we all became more knowledgeable, I don't think any of us realized how critical an arts education is academically. We all know we are facing an educational crisis. Let me share some staggering statistics. Dropout rates for the entire city of Los Angeles are at 50%, high school senior dropout rates. And in some areas in the city, they can be as high as 70%. Our dropout rate nationwide is well over 25%. Shocking statistics. But let me share some other research with you. Children that have an arts education as part of their whole educational experience are more likely to stay in school. Children who are exposed to music when they are young will do better in math and language. Let me share the success of just one program, Harmony Project in Los Angeles. They operate programs in 4 of LA 12 high-crime gang reduction zones. Their children come from low-income homes. Their program, starts with children as young as 6 years old. They provide instruments, group lessons, ensemble, orchestral, and choir experiences, and also trips to music concerts, all free of charge. All the students in these programs stay in school. And in 2010, 100% of Harmony Project's high school graduates went on to college. Each was the first in the family to attend college. Just at a time when we have to use all the tools in our educational toolbox to help our children stay in school, help them do better in school, we are considering dropping those very programs that actually help. It is our job now to begin to inform you and hopefully have you begin to inform others to help us fulfill Josh's dream. His dream has always been to help children. We want to support and identify programs across the country that have smart, well-organized programs in place that show results. We want to start in underserved communities with children who are at risk, with children who do not have the ability to take music lessons or dance or theater, children who need to be off the streets after school, in programs that they will engage with people who will be positive role models and mentors. We want to find programs for homeless children, even children in hospitals, because Josh believes, and I believe completely, that the arts rescue children. And they give them a chance to believe in themselves. We want to help in after-school arts programs and art programs in public schools that keep children in school, because we know that arts give children a voice, the only voice that many of them have. The arts give children purpose and a reason to keep going and to stay in school. As we think about our vision for the future, we have a global dream. We want to connect children around the world. We want them to learn about each other and from each other through the arts. So along with our heartfelt, our profound gratitude, and in our celebration of $1 million, I still love saying it, $1 million, let us continue on this journey together. Because with your support, there are no limits as to what we can accomplish. And dare I say it, start on the next $1 million. Let's together, I believe with all my heart that we can continue to do great things together. You are like my family. And thank you so much.
Okay, the last thing before our closing remarks and of course the entertainment, we would like to share a video that was put together